Right guys, time for another RLR beer short. For this one we're going to go to Jilava near Bucharest in Romania, another beer from the wonderful Hop Hooligans. This one is Social Battery, an 8% New England Hazy Imperial, or whatever you want to call it, IPA, brewed in collaboration with Norm Brewing, who are a sort of gypsy contract brewer at the moment from the Liège area in Wallonie, the French-speaking region of Belgium. So this is quite an interesting and quite quirky New England IPA. In fact, it pours this lovely kind of bright yellow mango juice sort of colour, but the flavour profile of this I find is a wee bit different. It's got chip malt in this one, so it's quite a wheaty and sort of oaty porridgey leaning New England IPA this, but it's got a few kind of farmhousey characteristics too. But backbone of the beer is fresh white bready bread crust, a little bit of wood, a little bit of cracker, as you often get. Above that you've got a layer of kind of more grainy wholemeal brown bread, a layer of barley malt white bread, then you get the more dense wheaty notes out of this one. So further back on the palate it's got more of a kind of wheaty bitey sort of character to it, and you get the more dense, you get the smoother wheaty notes further forward from that. Lovely little bit of oaty creaminess there, especially down the middle line of your palate, and it gets a little bit drier further out toward the edges of the palate. There's not much sweetness to this beer actually, just a tiny little bit of like Werther's original butter candy butterscotch in the middle of your palate, and a wee tiny bit of biscuit. Golden promise in this one of course, but yeah, it really is not a sweeter New England IPA this. The yeasty side of things, kind of brown bready at its core, then more kind of white bready farmhousey sort of notes around the very edge of that. The hop bill in this one incidentally is Cryopop, HBC 630, HBC 1019, Eclipse and Nelson Sauvin. But the green component, there's a little bit of earthiness there, and as you move further forward, tiny little bit of pine resin which comes out further on the more that you drink of it. Floral aromatic spice and a kind of zesty grassiness there. The fruity side of this beer though is very interesting. I get quite a lot of like banana and cherry, which for me is not the most attractive flavours to have in a New England IPA, but certainly yeah, you get a little bit of like juicy mango, passion fruit, maybe a little bit of peach, there's apricot in there, pineapple, but yeah, in the front half of that front third of your tongue it's all about the orangey notes of the Eclipse and a wee bit of the kind of white, green, grapey, gooseberry note of the Nelson Sauvin. But I think the cherry and the banana notes, which are from the 630 and the 1019 in this one, they kind of dominate a wee bit, and that just puts me off that little bit. But yeah, top end of mid-bodied beer, this one, smooth carbonation, it's a bit drier into the aftertaste. It is generally a drier New England IPA, this one. But yeah, an interesting beer this one. Certainly not going to put me off trying other beers from Hop Hooligans or Norm Brewing, but I think both breweries probably do better New England IPAs than this one. But yeah, Social Battery from Hop Hooligans in Jilava, Romania, and Norm Brewing from Liège in Belgium. Cheers.